A lot of the pain that we feel we experience, you're experiencing because of memory. In fact, our life is memory. You'll be surprised that you can be afraid for 30 years and you still don't identify what it's about. There are many people who are waiting for a kind of calamity, but if you ask what it's about, they don't know. Let me go back to a point I started, didn't complete it, about fear, generally speaking. If fear, you may say, is present, you may begin by, first of all, not saying, oh, it doesn't exist. But perhaps slow down a little bit, say, okay, what is the fear about? What is the message inside this fear? And to try and identify that clearly first. If it's a fear of rejection, or fear that you cannot see a kind of future for yourself, a fear that there's going to be some kind of separation is going to be painful, a fear of being judged, whatever it is. But clearly identify what it is. And for this you have to be quiet. Feel the presence of the fear. Use it, in fact. Just like if you find a bad smell somewhere, you sniff it out and you go to where the source of the smell is. Then use the fear to find out, okay, what it is about, what is there, what am I afraid of? First thing, to look at it. When it is clear, you've identified what it is, that's the first thing. Then go and find out who suffers it, on whom is the fear impacting. Go to the very core of the fear. You see, is it something personal? Is it something personal? Who is the sufferer of the fear? We don't have many questions about this. These two are already atomic. Who is suffering it? And for this you have to go past assumptions, because there's a lot of assumptions. Well, it's me and blah 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 blah, a bit of story around it. But you have to be quiet with that and to see clearly, is this true or not? Who really suffers it? Who is suffering now this? And just be present with this. And if you don't get an answer, don't exchange for another question. Stay with this question. Keep quiet. Maybe the mind itself is pretending to be dead or something. But you keep quiet and you look. Who is actually... Go to the core of that pain and see if there is actually an entity, something tangible, suffering. Because that's what it's saying upstairs. And I can't cope, this is too much, how can I stand this? And all of these reactions are going. So see if those reactions tally up with the actual experience. Is there someone suffering actually? Just be quiet and look. Go to the core. The core is there. Or is there not just a lot of interpretation around the actual energy that you're calling fear? You see? Because sometimes the feeling is present. The feeling by itself is just a feeling by itself. What is causing the bad smell is usually the interpretation that encircles this feeling. Like, oh, this means I am not really there yet, and like again, I'm never, all of this. This is what's giving off the bad smell. And you're purchasing it. But they are just thoughts, and they are kind of habit, and they go together. Still, they are arising in your presence, the one who is watching them. Don't lose sight of that root observer. Don't lose sight of it. Because everybody is being pulled into the phenomenon, you see, of what is taking place. We are constantly reporting what you see. And yet what you see is not stable, not reliable. Here 1 minute, gone next minute. And although it's gone, you're still here writing a story about it. So something is not fresh about it. A lot of the pain that we feel we experience, you're experiencing because of memory. In fact, our life is memory. Much of the thoughts that we are preoccupied with, they're finished, they're gone. But they're being perpetuated through memory, this link, like it's important. It's gone, it's finished, doesn't exist. You're reinventing these ghost stories, they're finished. So really, sometimes you're suffering memory. Not really, but the attachment to memory. Attachment to identity, all of this is coming up. And it's worth looking at and being clear about it. Because in just being clear, all these spooks, they are gone. They're out. So first thing again, just recapping on this, if fear comes, or any other sensation, but fear is universal. Not only human beings, all the sentient beings, they are troubled by fear. Even mosquito, he's flying, you try to hit him, don't come there. Doesn't want you to come near him, back off. You see? Because afraid I'm going to lose my existence. Basic fear. Maybe something is going to happen and I'm going to lose my existence. And what is this existence we are afraid to lose? Sometimes we feel it's just a loss of the body, but it's not just loss of body. It's the loss of the of experiencing, because we are addicted to experiencing. You'll be surprised that you can be afraid for 30 years and you still don't identify what it's about. There are many people who are waiting for a kind of calamity, but if you ask what it's about, they don't know. You have nobody can help you now, okay? You're on your own. Solve this mystery by yourself. Not difficult. You're reinventing these ghost stories. They're finished. Gone. It's finished. Doesn't exist.